Well, g'day, Max here again. Welcome to the new shop. So we'll just give you a quick update on our progress. It actually looks like we've done bugger all since the last video, but we've been working on quite a few of the small details which are quite time consuming to do. So we'll wander over, we'll take a look. So I think last video, from memory, I think I was working on some of the pieces for the top section up there. So we'll climb up on the scaffolding in a minute and we'll give you a look at where we're at up there. In the interim, we'll start from down at a lower level. So I've installed this foot mould flashing, which is this flashing that will run around the perimeter of the building. So that consists of an angled piece here, which is nailed into the concrete, special nails. Now this has a single bead of sealant underneath it to stop any water or anything coming into the shed. And then I had this profile pressed up here. So this is for the sheeting. The sheeting will sit directly on top of it. Now there's a very slight fall here, like a 10 degree fall, so any moisture or water that gets on here will run off and not sit in there or end up trapped at the bottom of the sheeting. So it elevates the sheet up off the ground and the sheets are less prone to any rust or any issues happening. And of course this is just an offcut of a piece of sheet just to show you how it's sat. So these are the sheets I will be using. This is Clip Lock 700. So 700 millimeters from that centre of that ridge to the centre of that ridge. And these sheets all clip down onto one another. It's not like trim deck where they just sit over each other. They have the way the sheet's been formed, it has a clip section which clips over the opposite side. And once they're clipped down, they're bloody hard to get back off. So they sit on a special strip of clips that clip into 3 of the ridges, and then your next strip of clips into this one, and so on and so forth. So no, it's a bloody good sheeting system. It's the strongest one pretty well around, and yeah, far superior to your trim deck style. So I have here an offcut of an old piece. This is the clipping strips, and they have these double hooks that go down and grab the sheets. Like I say, once they're clipped on, they're bloody hard to get back off again. So the next stage that I was up to is installing this mesh on the walls. So what this does, it provides a backing for the anti-con, which is like a glass fibrous material with a foil sheeting on one side. It's like an insulation. So I'll show you what that stuff is, and it stops it bellowing out on the inside of the walls, stops it all ballooning out and that. So this stuff has to be installed on the roof as well. I'll show you that. Well, I'll be able to show you it if I've done it, but that's today's mission, is to drill top purlin 150 millimeter apart, a row of holes all the way down there, up there, and likewise over the other side, because the whole thing has to be covered in the mesh. So this is the anti-con. It's just a foil backed bulk insulation. It's just a cheap way to do it. That's sort of better than nothing. So it has the wool on the inside of it. So we very carefully have to roll these sheets out when we install it, so they're nice and flat. So when we mount this tin on the roof, we'll use the clips as we've just shown, and when we mount it on the walls, we'll screw it, we'll pan fix it, so that screws in the pans of the sheeting. So let's climb up on the roof and we'll take a gander from up there. Yeah, well, she's a bit of a gloomy old cloudy day today. It's quite shitty for this time of year, as the temperatures have been probably 5 or 6 or 7 degrees warmer than average for this time of year, and it's all cloudy and gloomy. It's probably going to piss down with rain tomorrow. And normally this time of year for us over here is a really good time, you know, the easterlies haven't come yet, so it's the ideal time to be doing the sheeting on the shed, which is my plan. But as usual, I think us shed builders are going to be battling the elements again. So let's take a look at where we're at up here. Yeah, so I think where I left off last video, I was building these L-shaped brackets here. So these have since been into the galvanizers for a good coating of hot dip galvanizing, so they never rust. And what these do, they hold the overhang piece here for the roof overhang, and these members here, that one there and this one here, as you can see, go all the way along, and there'll be a long window, goes the full length, so that's 20-metre long window, and that's to let the light in, rather than have the translucent sheeting in areas down the roof, which I'm really not a fan of that over here, because it just lets that much heat in. It's unbelievable. So yeah, today's mission is to start drilling all the holes, as we've seen on the lower foot mould. So I've got to drill holes every 150 millimetres apart, all down this one and all down that one on both sides of the structure. So that'll get our mesh that we showed earlier up on the roof, and as well it's a bit of a building code standard. You're supposed to have mesh on the roof as well for fall prevention when you're laying your roofing sheets and insulation. So I best rattle me dags, get the drills out and start it. So these are 50-metre length rolls of this wire we're going to be using. Waratah, good Australian made product. It's the proper stuff for roofing insulation, so it supports the insulation and fall prevention. Now, the Australian building codes specify that it has to be 2 millimetres diameter wire, and the squares 300 by 150. So it's the proper stuff, all made to the relevant standards. So that's what we're using. Well, the sun finally decided to poke its head out, so on with our holes. Okay, we're going to try and crack on for another day. So yesterday we got our little 2D Herbert. I managed to get the hire truck and drop that off. So today's plan of attack is this mesh we have down there. I'm going to try and get that up on the big side, the large area of the roof done. That's the same mesh as we have on the walls here. So the rain's going to stop and start all day, and as probably will for the next couple of days. So and then it's going to clear up, and hopefully that's the last of the rain till later on next year. So hopefully by the end of the week I'll be putting tin up. So I can only put tin up, or actually can only work with the tin as far as the centre bay, because then I have the door frame to put in, and I need to know the exact position of that. I'd rather have the tin in place rather than calculate it out, just to be sure. So okay, I'll get ready and start getting some mesh up. Okay, the weather's going to give us a partial break today, so we've nearly completed our second bay with the wire. So once we get that roll there rolled out, that's 2 bays done, and I do really hope to get all of this side done up there today. So let's push on. Alright, another day in the shop build, so we'll bring you up to date on where we're at. We've had a good last couple of days, but I'm having a day off today, so I've just had to go and pick up some more of the anti-con insulation that's like on the walls behind me. So actually I feel rooted today. I feel like I've just done 3 seconds in the ring with Muhammad Ali after yesterday's stint. So have a wander, we'll show you where we're at. Okay, so we completed the installation of the wire. So the whole shed is basically wrapped in this wire. So I think I explained before, it's an anti-fall system when it's on the roof, and it also with the anti-con keeps it all intact, hard pressed up against the wall so it doesn't bellow out. So we'll take a wander around the other side. So we managed to get 2 sections of the wall sheeted. So that brings us up, coming up close to where this doorway, this roller door is going to go in here. So I'll just continue the sheeting along, probably up around about the column there, and then I'll have an exact dimension where to finish the sheeting and start the roller door, as I want the sheeting to finish on a rib. Doesn't matter if it's an end rib or a second rib in. I just want it all to finish on a rib. So that's pretty well where we're at the moment. Yeah, so I have a day off today, and probably tomorrow I'll get back into it. And weather depending on, of course, because we did have 2 very still days yesterday and the day before, so I was able to get some sheeting up and the insulation. Of course, when you do that, you cannot have any wind. Just the slightest breath of wind when you're working by yourself just blows the insulation or the anti-con around, so you can't really work with it. Yeah, it makes it very difficult when you do it by yourself. But anyway, we got it done. So no pissing and whinging, we just get it done and fucking move on, don't we? So yeah, the same deal will go here. We'll sheet just up around that column, and then I can get a definitive measurement exactly where the roller doors are going to go. So probably this will be the end of this video. Next update, I'll have the door frames in and it'll be sheeted right to the end, and I hope to have that completed by next weekend, of course, weather permitting. So yeah, so that's where we're at, and of course this time of year the weather's very unpredictable. So we're out of winter, we're into spring, and we do get our good days, but it's all mixed in with windy and showery periods. So it's, yeah, I can only do what I can do when the weather's right. So anyway, take care, cheers, and hopefully we'll have another update in a couple of weeks. I'm just going to do short updates now, as there's no point going into too much of the details. A lot of this I don't film while I'm doing it, as it's quite difficult to film, and I've really got to get moving on it, so we'll just bring you in little glimpses as we go. So anyway, cheers, see you later.